So first off, I'll briefly explain some crucial settings on the website interface. These are the horizontal and vertical zoom in here. Well, personally, I would recommend you use the vertical zoom in so that the segment you create can fit tightly to the waveform. Next to that is the volume and the speed, where you can choose them based on your own preferences. When working, ensure that you only transcribe the agent voice and ignore the customer turns. In the right corner here is the original script that serves as a reference. You need to carefully transcribe exactly what the speaker sounds, including the filler words, instead of copying and pasting the script mechanically. So now before transcribing, I will choose the vertical zoom in and then click play to hear the agent sound. And then I will choose the agent label to create the timestamp that fit perfectly to the waveform.
Yes.
Because this is the customer's turn, so we don't need to transcribe it.
This is Willow Wilson calling from Medicare Seniors. How are you?
So for example, if you ever encounter a part where you couldn't see clearly the waveform, then you can click zoom in and then create segments that fit tightly to the waveform.
While working on your file, please choose 100 transcription per page for better view and display. And then there are some important rules that you must follow. Firstly, we have to prioritize the second per segment within a second rule. So the 8-second rule means that no segment should be longer than 8 seconds. There are cases when you've got lengthy sentence, so you can break them up where you find the pauses as long as it doesn't go beyond 8 seconds. As you can see, these two first segments that I've created here, I prioritize single sentence per segment that under 8 seconds. For super short sentence that has only about 1 to 2 words, then you can combine it with the nearby sentence under 8-second rule. So for example, the third segment here has only 1 word with 1 second, and the fourth segment is only about 4 seconds. So we can combine them into 1 segment only, which still under the 8-second rules as I mentioned before.
Great. I'm calling you today because you have Medicare Part A and Part B, right?
So now we delete the third segment by clicking the upper trash icon. Do not click the lower trash as you will lose all the transcription on your file. And then you will expand the last segment to cover all the agent voice.
Great. I'm calling you today because you have Medicare Part A and Part B, right?
Now we will have the fourth segment as a great example for lengthy sentence where you can split it in half.
And it's mentioned here that you have some pain or discomfort in your lower back sometimes.
Visually here, we can see a pretty big pause right here, and the agent also end her sentence at that position, so we can split it at that pause.
Is it arthritis or just agent activities?
As you can see, there are some punctuation mistakes in both segments, so please also pay attention to fixing them. In most cases, we can use these tags if they occur over 1 second while the agent is speaking. So for example, you heard a long noise that exceeds 1 second when the agent is talking, so you can type the noise tag right where you heard it. And also, don't put in inappropriate tag like breathing or exhale. These are the only tags that you can type in. Okay. And another case is that putting the tags at the end of the sentence is strictly rejected in all cases because the new timestamp won't cover for that part at all. Now, the last common mistakes are about the courtesy titles and the capitalization. We should transcribe all the courtesy title as what we heard from the agent.
Yes, hello, this is Anita.
So based on the agent voice, we should transcribe this into Mr. After finishing your files, please double check everything and click update to save your work.
This is also the end of our transcription task. If you have any problems, please email us for any further questions.